Here you go. Thank you. Hello, everybody.
I'm not sure.
All right, everyone. Good morning. How are we all doing? We're doing great. Today I really wanted to focus on community and specifically our Sangha, because I would not still be here in this 300 hour if it wasn't for all of you. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. And I might get a little emotional throughout the sadhana today because it is our last weekend practicing the sadhana together, and I'm kind of sad about it. I mean, the sadhana is really challenging and hard, at least for me, but having you guys supporting me has been really great. So on that note, let's come together and do an Om to start. Find a comfortable seat. Your hands can be rested in your lap or on your knees, whatever's most comfortable. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Let's first take a big inhale, and then exhale, sigh it out. And inhale to prepare. Take a moment to check in with your body, with your mind, and with your heart. How is your body feeling today? How is your mind feeling today? How is your heart? Maybe begin focusing on your sankalpa or your affirmation. It might be the same one that you started with at the beginning of this 300-hour practice, or maybe it has evolved into something else. Whatever it may be, resonate with it in this moment. When you are ready, you can take in a deep inhale and take out a big exhale. Maybe begin to flutter the eyes back open, coming back to present. We are now going to sing the Triyampa Ampakam mantra. We're going to do it for 5 rounds. I'll let you know when the last round is coming. Inhale to prepare. Om Triampakam Yajambahe Sugandham Pushtivaranam Udvarukamiva Vandanam Rachor Mushia Ramritat Om Triampakam Yajambahe Sugandham Pushtivaranam Udvarukamiva Vandanam Ritur Mushiya Ramritat Om Triambakam Yadambahe Sugandham Pushtivaranam Urvarukamiva Vandanam Ritur Mushiya Ramritat Om Triambakam Yajambahe Sugandham Pushtivaranam Udvarukamiva Vandanam Ritur Mushiya Ramritat. Last one. Om Triambakam Yajambahe Sugandham Pushtivaranam Udvarukamiva Vandanam Ritur Mushiya Ramritat. That was beautiful. That's one of my favorite parts of the sadhana is us coming together as a sadhana or in a sangha and singing. When you are ready, maybe grab a quick drink and meet me in child's pose. Big toes come together, knees spread wide. Arms are reaching forward to the top of the mat. Begin to feel your forehead melt into the mat. Maybe you rock your head from side to side. Really becoming one with that mat. Begin firing up your Ujjayi breath, creating a restriction in the back of your throat, like you're trying to fog up a mirror. I'm going to be coming around getting hands-on adjustments along with Anna and Jacob during the asana. If you would like to opt out, please raise your hand now. Thank you. We will respect your space. Maybe you take this moment to focus on that Ujjayi breath as we breathe together in one as this Sangha. I know a lot of us are experiencing a lot of feelings today. Please allow this Ujjayi breath to help lead you through it in this sadhana this morning. On your next inhale, come up to tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And on the exhale, press into the hands for cat pose, arching the back, tucking the chin. And on the inhale, cow pose, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Continuing with your own Ujjayi breath, doing a few more cats and cows. Feel free to do any free movements, maybe tapping the feet, any barrel rolls, maybe wiggling the hips from side to side, whatever your body needs. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Place your hands one handprint forward. Tuck the toes, lift the hips for downward facing dog. Begin maybe pedaling out the feet, as this is most likely your first down dog of the day. Everybody take in a big inhale and exhale, sigh it out. Let's do that one more time. We have a lot of stuff to let go today. Big inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands, forward fold. We're going to take a ragdoll variation, tucking the pinkies into the elbow creases. Knees can be generously bent, laying the belly on the thighs if that's comfortable. You can sway side to side. Maybe you nod your head yes, shake your head no. And on your inhale, drop the hands and slowly begin rolling up the spine. Lastly, rolling the shoulders up and back, lifting your gaze, palms shining forward. Maybe lift the toes and ground them back into the mat. Feeling this present moment here with some, hopefully, your favorite people in the world. And inhale, arms up overhead for extended mountain pose. Pinky spiral forward. Relax the shoulders, engaging the core and the glutes. And exhale your hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Eyes may soften or close. Take this moment to maybe be grateful for our Sangha and our time together. Maybe you want to focus on your Sankalpa or your affirmation. Maybe you just want to be focusing on trying to make it through today. Whatever's calling to you, focus on that for a minute. And when you are ready, we are now going to get into Naoli Kriya. Maybe grab a drink if you need to. All right. First off, do not partake in this if you are pregnant, menstruating, or have high blood pressure. I think we may all know that by now, but just want to make sure I cover it. So to start out, you're going to have your feet kind of wide, maybe to the edges of your mat, bending your knees. Have your hands on your thighs. Your fingers can be facing forward or backwards, whatever's most comfortable for you. At this point, you want your spine to be relaxed. And we're going to take 3 sharp inhales, and then you're going to expel all of the air from within, all the way deep in your belly, out. And you're going to compress your diaphragm and your abdomen up and in, creating kind of this concave kind of thing in your stomach, which it's called a vacuum. I cannot do it, but I would like for Sierra to help me demonstrate. You can do it from there. I got it, thank you. All right, so exhale the air. Nice, Sierra. As you can see, if you can, which I know most of you are able to do the vacuum, and that's awesome. If you can't, you're with me. That was awesome, Sierra. Thank you. If you need me to come and watch you try, I can observe if you'd like. Make sure you are, when you stand up, make sure you're lifting your head too before you breathe. So we don't want anybody passing out. It's really important to make sure that you're expelling all of the air out. That's going to really help you compress the diaphragm up and in. You can even think, Expelliarmus. You know, if you're a Harry Potter fan, that's always what I think. That's what I struggle with most, is getting all of the air out, and so I'm just like, Expelliarmus. If you have the vacuum and you're ready to start pumping, we can move on to that. After you compress the abdomen and the diaphragm up and in, you then, while still not breathing, you want to relax the abdomen and the diaphragm. And then you want to compress it back up and in, and then relax it. And it's important to focus on the control of how you're doing it. It's not, you don't need to worry about speed. We're not trying to, we're not like monkeys or something like that. We're just trying to create a nice flow with our stomachs, okay? So if you would like to practice that, go ahead. Again, I can come around and observe if you need me to. Nice, Sarah. Awesome. All right. Is there anyone that has the read yet? Maybe partially? No? Okay, cool. Well, we'll practice it. So for the read, once you compress it up and in, you then want to contract and isolate both sides of the abdomen, making the middle protrude out like a reed. So you still have all that air out, trying not to pass out. You have Expelliarmus, all that air. And now you're really pushing into your hands, keeping your back arched, and then, like I said, contracting and isolating each side, creating that reed. I know none of you said that you're to the read, but if you get to that point when you're practicing at home and you'd like to make your reed do a little shimmy dance, you do that by contracting if you want to move the reed to the left, you'll contract just the right side. And then if you want to do vice versa, move the reed to the right, you'll contract just the left side. And then once you kind of get the hang of that, you can get the reed to go back and forth, and you can do a little dance, and you have a really cool party trick. I mean, that's what I would do at parties. Like, look, guys. Awesome. All right. Everybody's really feeling this today, I can tell. We're all on the same page. It's okay. Yay, Sangha. Okay, awesome, guys. I'm going to hand you off to Anna.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you for that. So just stay standing if you are, and if not, go ahead and come up to the top of your mat. Thank you for doing such a lovely integration, Lacey. And let's get started. We're going to just start with some sun A's since we already did our child's pose. We're already a little warmed up. So everyone at the top of your mat, feet hip width or, yeah, hip width. We're going to do a mountain pose. Palms shine forward. Engage through your feet, through your quads, through your abdomen. Roll your shoulders back. Just feel the grounding, feel the power in this pose. Shoulders relaxed. Inhale, arms up overhead for extended mountain. Pinky spiral in. Keep that engagement through your core. Shoulders softened. Hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing halfway lift, making a figure 7 with your body. Spine neutral, shoulders come in. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step back for a high plank. A lot of times people think about just keeping engaged through the core here, but also use your legs. You can do this from your knees as well. Inhale, and then exhale, lower to your belly slowly, either from your knees or from where you are. Little to no weight in your hands. Inhale, baby cobra. Peel your chest up off of the mat using your back muscle. Take a breath here, and then on your exhale, place your favorite ear on the mat, lay back down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release, do the other ear this time. Inhale, one more baby cobra. This time you can lift your hands if you'd like, or you can go even higher. Hold it. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes, and then bring your hips up and back for a downward facing dog. We're going to take just a second here, just pedal it out. Heels don't need to touch the ground. We just want to get our hips up and decompress our spines here. Find length through your neck. Find length all the way to your heels. Long, beautiful lines. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, standing halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, one more extended mountain. And fold. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. High plank to low, moving through your half series of choice. For the sake of time, I know that you guys know your half series, so I won't demo it today. Just meet in a downward facing dog however you'd like. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands, forward fold. Beautiful, everybody. Inhale, standing halfway lift. Exhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Weight in your heels, hips back, knees above your ankles so that you can see your toes right over your knees. Keep that engagement through your core and remember not to dump into the back of your hips. Hold it for another breath or two. Hands can be up, hands can be forward, heart center, whatever feels good to you today. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart. Inhale, standing halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step back, high plank to low, moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts for a three-legged down dog, keeping your foot flexed as if you're giving the back wall a high five. Think length. Exhale, step through low lunge. Surf it out, get your hips a little warmed up here. If you like to go back into a half split, please feel free to do so. We just want to wake those hips up today. And once you feel good and awake, just settle back into your low lunge. Inhale, rotate that back foot parallel and rise up for warrior two. Sending energy both to the front and to the back of the room. Arms extended long, gaze over that front middle finger. And just hold it here for just a moment. You're powerful. You've got this. Push down. I love your tattoos, by the way. Inhale, sink just a little lower. Take a breath here, and then inhale, reach forward and tick-tock your arms for extended side angle. Lovely. Gaze can be lifted, can be at the ground. If you'd like to get more of a side stretch here, you can, but just think of length through both sides. And inhale, reverse warrior. Tick-tock your arms the other way. So 12 is 6 now, and 6 is 12. Once you feel good and stable in that, you can slide your hand down your back thigh if you'd like and get a little deeper stretch here, or you can do a half bind. Find that length, expand. And exhale, cartwheel your hands, step back, high plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts this time. Like you're giving the back wall a high five, keeping those feet flexed. Send that energy back to the back of the room. Feel the wall with your foot. And exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Whatever you did to the other side, just do that now. If you were going into your half splits there, try doing that on this side. If anything hurts or pinches throughout the practice today, please step back just a little bit. We would rather see you do just a little bit less of a deep pose and not get hurt. Want to feel good and strong there. Rotate your back foot for warrior two. Inhale, rise up. Sending all that love to the people behind you, all that love to Colorado Springs in front of you. Outstretch those arms, gaze over the middle front fingers. Make sure that you have a slight external rotation in your front foot. Exhale, reach forward And extended side angle. Tick-tock those arms, find your length. Try not to collapse through one side. We were just reaching to the front and back of the room. Now send your love up and down. And inhale, reverse. You're tick-tocking back 6 and 12. Strong warrior 2 stance in the front. Micro bend in the back knee just to keep that safe. And cartwheel those hands, high plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to flow through this one breath per movement. So inhale, gaze forward, feet to hands forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, standing halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step back, moving through your vinyasa. What is your body telling you today? What do you need? What does your body need? What does your mind need? Meet back in your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, send it through low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands, step back, high plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, send it through low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel those hands. High plank to low, my friends. Remember, follow your breath, not necessarily the pace of my words. And meet back in your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step through low lunge, this time taking a little bit of a wider stance. Come up to your crescent lunge on an inhale. Arms up overhead. You can take a crescent moon as well down from your knee, if that feels better for you. Find your stabilization. How are you feeling? How is your body feeling? Exhale, hands to heart center. And bow forward. Exhale, twist, revolved crescent. You're going to want that left elbow hook in your right knee. Palms pressed together, or take an open twist, your choice. While we're in this somewhat tricky pose, just remember with every inhale, find length through your spine, and then you can deepen it with an exhale. And take a moment to appreciate that you are not the only one struggling. This room is full of people with stories, and they are all here to share this time with you. And now on an inhale, you can release. Exhale, plant your hands on the inside of your front foot for lizard lunge. Toe heel your front foot forward just a little bit, and if you find that external rotation, please just keep that front foot flexed. If anything pinches here or hurts, back out of it just a little bit. And then listen to your body here. What do you need? If you want to take your back foot, get a little bit of a back bend going, feel free to do that. Just play around, make those little movements that feel good in your body. Come back with your hands under shoulders and then step back for a high plank. You can also take this from your knees as well. We're going to move into a modified side plank. So plant your left hand, drop your knee, arms up, just one arm up. Please don't try to put both up. Take a moment to find that length. Lift your leg if you'd like. And then you can take the back bend if you want. If you want to pulse, sometimes that feels better to just get rid of that extra buzzing energy. And when you're ready, you can release back down to the mat. If this feels good, just take one more breath here. Feel free to take a restorative child's pose if you'd like. And then meet me back in the downward facing dog, getting there however you would like to today. Inhale, left leg lifts this time. Exhale, send it through, low lunge. Widen your stance just a little bit. And then come up, inhale, crescent lunge. Strong core. Powerful people in this room. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bow forward. And exhale, rotate for your revolved crescent. Hands, palms pressed together, or an open twist here. With your inhales, find the length through your spine. And exhale, if you'd like to open up just a little more, you can. If it doesn't feel good, please do not. Take the moment here. Remember, this is a tricky pose, but something magical happens when you're with a group of people and you are all doing something a little bit difficult. Feel that energy, feel that power through the room. And then inhale, arms up, back to your crescent. It could be a crescent lunge, crescent moon, whatever feels good here. Get stable and steady where you are. And then hands come in to the inside of your front foot for your lizard lunge. Reminder to keep that front foot flexed. And you can go down to your sleeping lizard if you'd like. If a back bend is calling to you, do that. I know that when I feel like things are just going bad, I like to kind of move in a fluid, like dancey kind of state, just to get a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more of that energy out. I don't know, it just kind of feels good. So if you want to move your arms like a ballerina, feel free to do it. I love to see it. Come back with your hands under your shoulders and step back for your plank, preparing for your modified side plank. Open up through your heart. Send love to the person in front of you or the wall in front of you. You can take your back bend here if you'd like. Stable core. And then feel free to just release and let it out. Child's pose if you'd like. Take a breath here. Take a drink. Check in with yourself. How are you doing? How are you doing? Awesome. Come back to your tabletop position. And then I want to just see you move through some more fluid cat-cows. So it can look like leading with your tailbone. But whatever you do, just follow your breath like a wave. Don't think of it as two different movements. Think of it as one. One fluid movement, one wave. Incorporate your arms, incorporate your head, roll your neck, whatever feels good here. Just take those movements. Allow yourself to be free. You are free here. You are surrounded by people who love you. Come back to your tabletop when you're ready. Just find a little stillness here. Tuck your toes and send your hips up and back for another downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, giving that back wall a high five. And exhale, send it through low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg and reach forward. Send your hips back for triangle pose. With every inhale, find length. And every exhale, you can open up a little bit more if that is calling to you. Inhale, rise back up and rotate your front foot for a 5-pointed star. Take up space here. Imagine that there's just like a bubble of love coming out of your hands, your feet. Send that to everyone around you. We all need it. And then hinge with your hips down for a wide-legged forward fold. Now we're going to do some dynamic movement here as well. So get ready for that. Make sure you're good and stable. And then just start to kind of, if you want to look at me, because I don't really know how to cue this, but just when you're down here, just kind of take some movement here. You can swing your arms and just fluid like the ocean. And once you feel good, like you've moved enough, you can settle back into your forward fold. Plant your left hand, open up to the right. Exhale, plant that hand and switch sides. Any little movements that feel good, just get that energy out a little bit. Plant that hand and then very, very slowly come back up to standing. You do a halfway lift or roll up your spine with your head being the last thing to come up. Rotate your foot so that you're doing a warrior two to the back of the room now. Arms out stretched. Straighten through that back knee or that front knee. I am so sorry. Reach forward, hips back a little bit, and then move into your triangle. TikTok your arms. And while you're here, with every inhale, find that length between your vertebrae. Exhale, you can open up a little more if that feels nice. If it doesn't, just don't. One more breath here. And then rise back up, 5-pointed star. This time we're going to do goddess. So take up all the space that you want. And then when you feel good and your feet are both pointed at 45-degree angles, come down for your goddess pose. Take movement here too. Don't let it be static. Just feel the music, feel the energy in the room. If you want to turn this into a Skandasana, you can.
Yes.
Lift one heel and then the other, whatever feels good to you, whatever's calling to you. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure because you all have been through 300 hours. You know what you're doing. You don't need me up here. And then exhale, come down to Malasana. Feet wide, as wide as you need them. You can take a block if you need. Push into your knees with your elbows, push into your elbows with your knees. Find the length through the crown of your head. Is it okay to adjust? Would you like an adjustment? Okay. This is going to be maybe a little weird, but I saw this. Laura does this one. Does that feel okay? All right, good. I'm trying to not grab your neck. And then you can release now. And come back up for your wide-legged forward fold. Or if you're already standing, that's beautiful too. Warrior two back to the front of the room. And then cartwheel your hands, step back, high plank to low. I love the energy in this room today. I love how much you guys are just here. You're here for each other, you're here for yourselves. It's beautiful. I love all the modifications. And I'm sorry that I have ice in my mouth right now. All right, once you're good and settled here, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Peg knew exactly where I was going with that one. Bring your foot closer to your glutes if you can, if it calls to you. And then extend, three-legged down dog, and in one beautiful fluid motion, come down to your half pigeon. Your shin can be parallel to the front of the mat. If it is, flex your foot. If it's not, if it comes back toward the back of the mat, point your toes. And then just find what feels good here. If a back bend is calling to you, which often it does to me in this pose, take it. Take your back bend, lift your back foot. You can be a mermaid if you want. You can be a king pigeon if you want. I love to see this reclined figure four. Pay attention to all of the places you're feeling this. A lot of times we just focus on that front hip, but what is your back hip doing? What is the back of your hips doing? Where do you need to find more of a stretch? Where do you need more of a rest? Inhale, come back with your hands under your shoulders and step back for a high plank, or actually no, three-legged down dog, shake it out. You need that blood. There we go. And then we are going to skip the vinyasa this time. So just lift the other leg. High five that back wall. Bend your knees, stack your hip. And then squeeze that foot in a little harder. And when you're ready, extend back to your three-legged down dog. And one beautiful dance-like motion. Come to your half pigeon. How is this feeling for you guys? Does it feel good?
Music.
Thank you. I was always told as a kid, like, you listen to weird music. I don't like your music. And then, like, now as an adult, people like it. So, hey, whatever. You need to hear if you need to melt into your mat, if you want to take your back bend. I just want you guys to take this moment to appreciate yourselves. Appreciate your hips for doing what they do. Appreciate them for not being able to do what they can't do. Appreciate yourself for showing up. It is not easy on a Saturday morning to come in here and do this hard work early before breakfast. Now, bring your hands back under your shoulders. Step back to your three-legged down dog. Shake it out. Get weird with it. Love it. Then come to standing on your knees. We're going to go through a camel. Find stability. If you need a blanket under your knees, please take that. And find length as if you've got a string pulling you up. Shoulders over hips. Head back just a little bit. And once you feel good and stable, put those hands on your hips, push your hips forward, open up through your chest, remembering not to collapse in your neck. And with every exhale, if you want, go ahead and bend a little deeper in your back, reaching for your feet if you'd like. And inhale, come back up, just come back to earth a second here. Take a moment, take a breath, and then sit on your heels for toe pose. Toe pose is not a fun one for a lot of people, so I will do it with you just to show you that I'm here for you. So enjoy that. Good stretch if you like it. If you don't enjoy it, that's okay. And then you can come down into a child's pose. Just take that moment, appreciate yourself, appreciate all you've done so far. Now, however you want to get there, come to lying on your belly. You just slide back like a snake if you want. Like I said, get weird with it. We all know each other here. This again is going to be Yogi's choice. So we're going to start with locust. Hands behind you, palms down on the floor. Toes pointed, chin or forehead to the mat. And then on an inhale, bring your chest up. And then your feet, lovely. Take a breath here. You're amazing and powerful. You can do this. And then exhale, release. Now this is where you get to have a choice here. Do you want to do locust again, or would you like to do a floor bow? Either way, get into it kind of the same way. So inhale, bring that chest up, stretch back, feet up, and then grab those feeties. Take what's calling to you here. Give yourself one more good contraction in your back and then back down. You can windshield wiper your legs. You can just flop if that feels better for you. Now come to sitting on your bem in Sadhana. I'm gonna shift the mood a little here. Take a butterfly pose. Soles of your feet come together. I swear every time I'm teaching people who have never done this before, I say palms of your feet. I don't know why. It just happens. It works. They know what you mean. So take your butterfly pose. And then when you're ready, inhale, arms up into Tadasana pose. And then you can do your forward fold, keeping length for your spine for as long as you'd like, as long as you can, I should say. And then only then you can collapse into it a little more. Arms outstretched in front of you. And then Just walk your hands to the right. Take that nice long, oh, I needed that stretch. Nice long stretch here. You can put your arm overhead if that feels good. And then come back to center. And oh my goodness, I wish I was doing some asana today. Then come back to the left. You can come back to center. Sit back up. And take a twist of your choice. So if you like to stay in butterfly, you can. If you want to, what is this one called? Is it cow? That's the one, Lord of the Fishes. If that feels good to you, do that one. I cannot today. I'm going to do the butterfly one. Every inhale, length. Think of that extra space through your vertebrae. Every exhale, twist just a little more. You can come out of it a little bit, go into it a little bit, take a little of that movement, and then come back to center. Switch sides. Take your rotation of choice. Inhale, find length. Exhale, open up just a little more. And come back to center. Feet out in front of you for seated Dandasana, staff pose. Just length through your spine. Arms up. And then you can take your forward fold. Inhale, come back up. And then kind of scoot your bum a little down to the front of your mat so that, or not all the way, but so you can lay on your back comfortably. Take what you need here. If that's a happy baby, do that. If it's a supine twist, do that. If you need windshield wipers in your legs, do that. I trust you guys to do whatever your body needs right now. And you should trust yourself too, because you're the one living in it. Settle in for your Shavasana. Get comfortable. Lie down. It can look different for many people. And remember, you're lying here with a community of people who love you. You're sharing space with thousands of people who came before, and there will be so many people who come after. Breathing the same air, with the same ground supporting you. So just take a moment to appreciate that and just melt. I'm going to turn the overhead lights off. Sorry if that's a little abrupt.
Slowly begin bringing your awareness back to your body. Wiggling your fingers, your toes, maybe even your nose. Take a deep inhale and exhale, sigh it out, bringing yourself back to this Sangha. Maybe you roll over to your favorite side, curl up in a fetal position, thanking yourself for doing this practice today. Thanking yourself for being here today. When you are ready, come up to a seated position. You can be seated up on a block or a bolster if that is comfortable for you. As we get ready for Kalabati. I kind of like it. Yeah. I like the dim lighting. Thank you. How are we all feeling? Are we feeling a little better after that? I know I am. Dancing it out, getting the jitters out. That was good. Thank you, Anna. And thank you, Jacob. All right. So, Kalabati, skull shining breath. If you are pregnant, menstruating, or have high blood pressure, just like with Nauli Kriya, probably should not partake. So you're in your comfortable seated positions, sitting up tall. You can take Dhyana Mudra or Jnana Mudra, whatever's calling to you this morning. We are going to be breathing to the beat of the metronome. I'm going to test it to see if you guys can hear it. Can everyone hear that? Very good. Okay, awesome. We are going to start with 15 breaths, and you are going to forcefully exhale with your belly, really through your nose. Don't worry if snot starts flying. We are a Sangha and we love each other. We do not judge. Part of the reason why I love you all. And I'm so thankful for you. And then you want to do a passive inhale. So, but make sure you're not doing like me and you don't want to move your shoulders. Just kind of give it extra emphasis, right? So if you lose track or you kind of start to get lost and get off the beat, just stop and reset. There's no judgment in that. All right. And then after the 15 breaths, you're going to take a deep inhale and you're going to do Jalandhara Bandha, where you're locking the throat, tucking the chin, bringing the shoulders up and in. And you're going to also engage Shambhavi Mudra, where you are looking up and in at the third eye. And then, like I said, we'll hold for the 15 seconds and I'll let you know when to breathe. Make sure you lift your head before you breathe out so that way nobody passes out here. If you need to breathe before the 15 seconds, no worries. Just remember the lifting of the head. All right. I'll get the metronome started. And go. And inhale, Jalandhara Bandha, Shambhavi Mudra. 3, 2, 1. Lift the head. Breathe. Wonderful. All right, now we are going to do it with 30 breaths. The same beat. I will start the metronome. We'll also hold for 30 as well. And go. 3, 2, 1. Balandhara Bandha. Looking up into the third eye. Breathe. Awesome, everyone. I'm going to do one more round, this time 45 breaths and holding for 45. If that's too long, though, just remember, you can breathe before that. I'd rather you not pass out. All right, here we go. And go. Three, 2, 1. Breathe in. And breathe. Nice, everybody. I didn't see any snot flying. That's good, I guess. Everybody's noses are clear. Great. All right, moving on to our cooling breaths. The only thing I'd warn you about for this one is if you have low blood pressure, you might want to take this one easy. We're going to be doing the 3-part double up breath, where you breathe in belly, ribs, chest, and then exhale belly, ribs, chest. You have choice of doing Sikari, where you create the tostada tongue, folding it backwards like this, and then creating a cheesy anime smile like this. And you're going to breathe in like that. Or you can do the taco tongue and breathe in like this. Whatever's calling to you or whatever you're able to do. We're going to breathe in for 6 and then exhale for 6. And we're going to do this for 3 rounds. When you breathe out, do the Jiva Bandha, where you're tucking the tongue back to the roof of your mouth and looking up at the third eye again for the Shambhavi Mudra. And when you're ready, inhale. One more round. Sit here with this for a minute. Hopefully you feel a little cooler. It is a little hot in here today. All right. Moving into Nadi Shuddhi, or alternate nostril breath. You can do the Vishnu Mudra, where you bend down your pointer finger and middle finger, keeping your other 2 fingers over here together, though I struggle with that, so I tend to kind of tuck them in together, and then having your thumb out. You want to place your thumb on your right nostril, and then when we switch, you'll want to put your other 2 fingers on your left nostril. We are going to do the 3-part double up breath again. Belly, ribs, chest, inhale. Belly, ribs, chest, exhale. I'm also going to be doing it to the metronome. It's going to be a little bit faster than Kalabati, but still a steady beat. You're going to inhale through the left nostril for 6 and letting out the right nostril. And then inhaling for 6 from the right nostril and then exhaling out the left. That is considered 1 full round. We're going to be doing 4 full rounds. Also, if you're able, try to use digital counting, where you use your finger pads to count the 6 for the 6 seconds of breathing. That way you can focus more on the breathing and the slight meditation going on. Also, you can repeat Om, 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 or if you'd like, for when breathing in the left nostril and out the right nostril, you can go Vam, Vam, Vam. And when breathing in the right nostril and coming out the left, you can do Ram, Ram, Ram. But if that's too much, just focus on the Om. Do what's best for you. Don't overwhelm yourself. This is about relaxation. All right. And begin. Finish your last round. When you're finished, just place your hands on your knees so I know you're done. Nice. Getting ready for meditation. Maybe adjust your seat, adjust your legs. Maybe you need a bolster instead of a block. You can take Jnana Mudra or Dhyana Mudra like we did earlier. Eyes can soften or close. Make sure you're sitting up straight and tall. We'll be using the 3-part up and down breath, breathing in the belly, ribs, chest, and out the chest, ribs, belly. Begin connecting to that breath. Notice how your body feels now, since we started earlier this morning. Notice how your mind feels and how your heart feels. Once again, I am so grateful for each and every one of you, for this Sangha that we have created. Maybe begin imagining a red line starting at the base of your spine. And as you inhale, it travels up your spine. And as you exhale, it travels back down. If you are unable to visualize this red line, maybe you can imagine a warm feeling, a warm sensation traveling up the spine as you inhale, and then traveling back down as you exhale. Now that you envisioned that red line, where you feel that warmth traveling up your spine, maybe you want to move on to envisioning the chakras, each lighting up with a bright light. As you inhale, they light upwards, and as you exhale, they light downwards. Again, if you are unable to visualize this, maybe imagine a slight tapping feeling where each chakra is placed in the body. It lightly taps as you inhale, and it goes up and lightly taps down as you exhale. If you have envisioned the chakras lighting up and you're ready to move on to the next stage, you can start saying the bijas with the chakras, starting with Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om as you inhale. And as you exhale, Om, Ham, Ram, or Yam, Ram, Vam, Lam. Everyone take a deep inhale and exhale, sigh it out. You can begin steadying your breath, breathing normally. Maybe think of your Sankalpa one last time. Begin getting ready for Shavasana. Maybe laying down on your back, on your side, on your belly, whatever's calling to you. Maybe covering yourself up with a blanket, getting all cozy. Feeling yourself melt away into the mat. Thanking yourself for joining your Sangha today in this practice, for our last weekend practicing it together. I will guide you out when the time is ready. Begin bringing your awareness back to your body, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, maybe wiggling your nose. Slowly waking up one more time to this room filled with wonderful people. You can lay to one side. That feels good to you. Maybe taking in one last big inhale and exhale, sighing it out. Releasing yourself from your mat. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, join me in a comfortable seat. I am so thankful for each and every one of you. I have learned so much from each of you. You have really helped me grow this year in my practice and just as a human being. Each of you has something special to share with the world, and I hope that you are able to leave later today and be able to share that special thing like you have with me. Thank you so much.
Oh, you'll keep recording.
Oh, I keep
For
recording?
feedback.
Okay.
And
Ooh.
do you want this bolster and blanket?
Sure.
Thank
you.
But you did it. You did it. It's hard. It is hard. Yes. Okay, awesome job, everybody.
So I have to head out today, but I just wanted to check in
Okay.
with you guys, but I'm just here
For this,
yeah.
okay, well, glad that we got to see you. Fantastic job. Amy will start us off. Okay.
Alright, I know,
I turned off the mic, so
Okay.
we need to speak up.
You all did so good, and I loved yeah, it was so nice to be with like have everyone today. I think that was really special. But Lacey, thank you. Okay. I was like, I'm used to
Yeah,
your intro, I loved the theme. Obviously it was so personal to everything that you've all been through. Your oh my God, no, I can't. Oh, you are so funny, and like what everything that you were saying and putting into it with your personality was so, it felt so good to just like be like you really, you're hilarious, and I loved all your personal touches and everything about it. I do think you were a little quiet in the chants, like I could hear these two more than I think that you were, because you like started off really quiet in general, and I'm sure it's like nerves and like whatever is going on.
He kept telling me to speak outside, I'm trying to, and then I
Yeah.
like start.
Yeah. But then like your confidence in each section was good, so I do just like being a little bit louder, like taking the seat of the teacher, especially with intro, and you did with the theme, but just being a little bit more vocal.
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic job. I know you were so nervous. It- You know, we were all here to give you support and let's like give her a. You did it. Yeah. It's done now, right? Like Amy said, you came through. So even though you were nervous, you still like, I don't think I'll ever forget Expelliarmus. It was like that. That is the greatest cue ever. And I think you said that beside me or something like that. Somebody else I think said that. Just the greatest cue. Yes. Theme, fantastic. Really, and you pulled it throughout each of the things, each of your sections. You could tell that the theme really meant a lot to you. It did, and we could tell that. So fantastic job. Yeah, you were really quiet in the beginning. I think it was the nerves that were really getting to you. So you have to remember the space that you're in. And like, if I was in Stephanie's spot, I wouldn't have been able to hear you at all. Yeah, yeah. Yep, very good. Yay. This is such a big space and there are so many hard surfaces in here that it just swallows up the sound. So it is possible to be quiet and still project. So just working on that. I thought for the chant, you were even keel with all of us. So it's best though, as the seat of the teacher, to be louder than us. So practicing that. But it was a good pace. You kept the count. You for Nowly, you were down to 7 minutes. Just it's a little short. But you got to, you know, you gave the contraindications. You gave each of the stages, even though at a certain point you couldn't do it, asking Sierra to do it. Fantastic. Though when Sierra's doing it, actually cue Sierra through it while guiding us through it too. So that's what helps us. You gave the cues beforehand and then you let Sierra demo it for us. When you're having a student demo, cue them through it. Okay. But you cued each stage even though you couldn't do it yourself. So that was great. Thank you. And you finished, well, so we all finished on time. So I think that might have helped you with it being on time, but I don't think you were quite watching the time. Did you? Okay, because I know a lot of us stopped right at 7:20. I specifically Peg, because it's like, I don't know if Peg was watching her time, but she knew, like. Yeah, yeah.
I got the feel like, okay,
Yeah.
it's time to be done.
Mhm.
And everybody is done.
Yeah, yeah, and that's good. And if that was done earlier, then that would have been fine, but we were right on the, and if somebody was still wanting to go, you need to think about how you're finishing as well, is really what I'm getting at, so that you need that time. Thank you. All right, Jacob and Anna.
Anna, I really loved how you started us standing. And it was like a really nice transition from the intro. It's like every transition was really well, but that was like a particular one that I just noted. Instead of taking us down the track, like, because we already did integration. So it was really nice to just start at Sun A and get us moving. And I think you were able to get a lot more into asana that way, just starting us right at Sun A. So I really appreciate that. I think that's awesome. Especially in this Sadhana practice. I would have liked 3 rounds of Sun B. You did, yeah, you did like the first one. You did the slow one, and then you did one with chair, and then, but you didn't. Wait, didn't you?
I think she did, but now that you say it,
Yeah.
do you remember, does anybody? Yeah.
You did, no, because I remember you were like right leg lifts, and I thought you were gonna take us through another round of Sun B, but then you took us into twisting.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
It's on the
It doesn't
video.
matter. It's on the video. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do, like I said, you really got a lot of bang for your buck out of that 45 minutes. Like we did so much and there's so much movement. I think it was great to prepare us for meditation. Because we have so much movement, but it also didn't feel like I was like gassed at the end, but I do feel like I had enough movement in it to really be ready for, meditation. Thank you.
You said it already.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. And you also pulled in the theme, and you guys pulled in the theme like in a way that wasn't like, come back to the theme. Like you were really just like saying it like, hey, we're all like, we're in Revolve Crescent Lunch. This is hard, but we're all together. Like it was just such a beautiful way of incorporating it.
I have a couple questions. How long have you been teaching?
Not long, since like July, I think.
My God, that is not how it feels at
No,
all.
I know.
It felt like you have been teaching for years. You came through. You owned the space. Cueing was great. The theme, like, I think you're a great themer. Last night you asked Lacey for the theme, and I'm assuming you didn't have it before last night.
Right.
And yeah, like Amy was saying, your theme was spot on. How you brought it through, with 12 hours of knowing what the theme was, like, how do I bring that in? I think you're a natural themer. And you did such a great job with, because I think it was when we were in Triangle and you were like radiating it out to those who have been before you, those who are going to be in front of you. You brought in the theme so fantastic. I mean, you're a great themer. Love it. So it seems like being in the front of the class is like your home base, right? You come up here a lot, like almost in between, not quite in between each pose, but almost. And you did teacher training with us, yes? Yeah, so do you remember us talking about the 8 corners of the room? Do that more. And then being up in front is only for the beginning, the end, and anytime you're demoing or doing core, which we skipped core. So that was a wonderful way. You brought in the deliberate, like, because we don't have as much time today, I'm not going to demo the half series. I remember you doing that. Taking the core out is okay. Bringing it back in for things like when we're in wide-legged forward fold and we come up halfway, this is a good place to really bring in that core. When we're in extended side angle, maybe arms reach up overhead to bring in core so that we can build up a little more heat. Okay. There was no balance. And we really needed a balance to help to bring to start to tap into dharana, right? The one pointed focus, and that's what balance really helps with. So bringing in a balance would be good. Community through toe pose. I mean, it's just like, and I'll do it with you. Just your theme. You encouraged play. I would not guess that you've only been teaching maybe 2 months. Not in a million years would I have guessed that. It feels like you've been teaching for like closer to 5 years. The way you were bringing in things. Assists. You gave me assists in triangle, and your touch was really light. Like I wasn't sure what you wanted me to do.
Oh.
So getting firm with your touch. You did locus for me, and locus is one of those that, especially when you're encouraging the deeper back bend, is to stay with them and then help them work out their lower back.
Oh.
Okay. Great job. And you finished on time.
That was me.
You really, all of you were aware of time. Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob, you did assist last month too. Yeah, and like just same thing. Like I was watching you assist students, and your stance was so firm. Like you looked stable. When you were adjusting me, I felt your stability. I do think you can, like, especially when you're only doing adjustments, there's not very many of us. And I think you could have adjusted more. Like, I think you were kind of like adjusting every single posture. That's why I really only back.
Yeah, because it was a firm touch.
The
Would
pressure
you all
was
say that?
awesome.
Yeah.
I only got assist for side plank and it was great assist. You matched my pressure with on the hand. You talked to me, you had your back leg against me to keep me balanced. You know what you're doing and great pressure. Just hop in more. And then it seemed like I know over here, I think it was this crowd. I think you got to 3 rounds because I think Peg got the 3rd round of triangle. And like you stayed with, I don't know, Sierra for chair and then the first round of triangle. This is where you could split that up. Doing triangle, not triangle. No, Sun B.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Sun B, you know, that is all one person and you made sure you got back to the same side, but you could also get to more students more often because who all got a second assist? 3, 4. Didn't you, Stephanie? Didn't you get a second? Because I swear I saw him back there again. So about half the room got a second assist. So you can really jump in more and divide up the assists so that Sierra could have gotten chair and then come to Amy for Sun B. And then because we did chair again, you could have done chair and then Sun B and you can get to more students. The only other thing I would say is breathe. Okay, breathe with your students. I couldn't really hear your breath. Anybody else when? Yeah, so just breathing with us, okay? But awesome job, fantastic pressure. And great stance, like Amy said. Okay.
You had really, like, I can tell how much you prepared for it, because your explanations on, like, I feel like even if this was my first time doing philosophy, like, or really any of them, like, I feel like you had such thorough explanation for, and like showing people what it looks like, it was really, really awesome. This is just like a few little, like, little things. You switched the names of the mudras, so you called this one Diana and this one Diana, but you like had the right names and the right mudras. You just switched them, which I'm sure was you were just like had those 2 names in there. Yeah. I would have like more 4 rounds of naughty shitty is not enough. For us to.
Well, I was reading the notes and I was kind of confused on how many rounds we were supposed to do.
6, minimum 6.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a metronome naughty shitty.
Yeah.
No, he's done it.
We did.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, he was emphasizing.
6
Okay.
Yeah,
It was nice.
It was nice. I did. I did like it. I didn't feel like I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you all the credit for that.
Yeah.
That's why.
No,
No, it's
that's okay.
fine. And then just like one other little tiny thing, when you were talking about the chanting through it, you said like like you told us what sounds to do. But if I were to like just be doing this for the first time, it made it seem like I would only do 3. But that's just like, because you said yeah, then you continue, which was fine, but just like
Yeah. We're nitpicking.
like seriously,
Because you're doing fantastic. Can you wait until, because we only have so many minutes. Kapalabhati, you gave the contraindications. Just be nice to know upfront the round, like the count that we're going to do, but you gave it before each one. The breath count, I was watching, like when we were holding, it was actually longer on each of those. So when you say go, you have to be watching your watch so that you're counting those seconds down, okay? Or, on your phone, a little timer kind of thing. Yeah, and that's hard. So it's better to use something to help you keep track of that, because the 45 count actually was 55. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so look at what you got to do. The focus more on Kapalabhati is the snap of the belly in, right? So you did mention the passive breath, but you were mentioning how the belly needs to soften. It's more about the snap of it. Yeah, so wonderful job. Giving a countdown for when we're doing the breath and when we're holding the breath is very helpful, okay? It helps to guide us through. The 30 and the 45 is a long time to be holding, so giving us something about halfway-ish through, like say your Sankalpa. That's what helps us stay focused and keeps us in it longer. So, okay. Cooling breath, fantastic. Naughty, yeah, that was the 4 is just not quite enough. And I wouldn't add the Om in. I would add just the Vam and then the Ram. Okay. Super duper quick. It has to be super, super, super,
okay.
super.
Do you say Vam and Ram 4 times and why?
Okay, that can wait.
Okay.
On to meditation, because we got 2 minutes.
Yes, like I said, your confidence just grew throughout the whole thing, ending with meditation. It's such a nice purposeful space for us. You tied it all back to the theme. You layered it very nicely, gave us space to practice. I think I drifted off during it. Because I don't remember you, I remember you
nodding.
I remember you saying to incorporate the speeches, but I don't remember you actually saying them.
She did, she
Oh,
Okay, yeah. See, and I was writing down at that point, so it was like, I'm sure you said it.
Noticed you, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, she's in it.
But yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic job with meditation. You actually have 20 minutes and you ended 2 minutes shy.
Looking at the time, and it was just not registering.
Yeah,
It's just like,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
So writing it down really helps. The time I'm supposed to start and the time I'm supposed to finish. I mean, we can write down 20 minutes, but then what if you start slightly off? And then like if you started at 8:21, then you actually only have 19 minutes. So you need to know the time zone for it, not just the amount. Volume, louder. It's, yeah. You gave the steps throughout, though I think there was a touch too much space in between giving those additional. I'm nitpicking, okay? Really. And I was watching, you gave us 10 minutes for meditation because, we want a long Shavasana. Doing 12 minutes for meditation is not unreasonable. So just giving us just a little bit longer. And with the Bijas, I think you only had us do 1 round of them, going up and then down, right? And then the goal with the meditation and the steps, why we bring it in is that if we've got that step, like if you have the red line and you're starting to wander with the thoughts, now we bring the mind back to another step. That's what it's there for, versus the whole, and it's nice to visualize it because maybe that's the only way we can see that red line or that. But to bring in the next step, if you're not ready, it just confuses the mind more and makes it more of a challenge. So only if you have the red line do we move on to the next step. Okay, nice job. Yay, and 1 minute over. All right. Fantastic job, everybody. I'm gonna stop recording because this is gonna have to go. Stop. Okay.